This is Rick Passek, the FlyFish Fanatic, and welcome to my tying bench. Today we'll be tying a kind of a Squamish poacher type, not really, but a great steelhead salmon fly, even bull trout like this one, but this is more geared toward, definitely towards steelhead. But like I said, I have caught bull trout on this and several species of salmon. So let us get going. Fairly simple fly, but so in the vise today we have a fairly large hook. This is a right here. Ahrex SA220 streamer in a size 2. I do these in a 2 and a 4, but this is the one in a 2. For the tail, I'll be using some orange fox medallion. For the body, I'll be using some Mopster Chenille from Semperfli. And for the thread, I'll be using some Semperfli Classic Waxed in a fluorescent orange or fluorescent red. And for the legs, hackle, whatever, doing some dyed orange Grizzly. Okay, simple fly. Just come on back to the bend of the hook. Back forward again. Nip off your excess. Get a little bunch of your foxtail. About a bunch about like that. Go right down and cut it right at the base there. Just pull out any. Just hold it by the tips, and then I'm just going to go on my desk here and just use my brush and just brush out the butt, and that'll just thin it out for me, just so it's not so bulky. I want this about almost the length of the hook sticking past, so about there. So I'm just got to cut this just ever so little because I want to have this right up to the front. So there we go. Let's cut to length. So I'm going to put this right into there. Just tie this down really well all the way back to the bend of the hook. Then lift your tail, go under it, and then come back. There we go. That looks good. Come back to the back end. It takes the Mopster Chenille, and I'm going to pinch off the some of the materials here to expose that center core. I want to expose that core in the center there. And that'll tie it in right by that center core. That way I don't add any bulk, but I got that nice tie-in point there. Usually 3 wraps. 1, 2, 3 wraps, and I'll come back right up against it, tie that off, cut off your chenille, get a piece of your hackle here. I'm going to need 2 of them, so might as well, if I can grab 2 right off the bat, I will. There we go. 2 that are very similar. A little too long, so about there is where I'll cut it, because I don't need all this webby stuff here. So I'm just gonna nip that right there, and then just expose the center again, the center quill, and just tie that in by the center quill. And then 1, 2, 3 full wraps. Tie that down, stroke everything back, make sure all that material's flowing backwards and go back and kind of force it to sit backwards, just like so. Take out that excess there, and when I do these, I'll do a couple of dozen up, and I'll end up keeping these pieces here because they're good for like pumpkin heads and things like that, right? So now I will take the Mopster chenille once again, do the same process, just expose that center center core, tie that in, give myself 1, 2, 3 wraps. Cut out my Mopster chenille there. Make sure that's tied down really well. Get my other hackle. A little long there. Go back just a bit to there. Same thing. Expose my center quill. Make sure the shiny side or colored side is facing out. You tie it in there. And then this one I want a few more wraps, so I'll do like 4 or 5. 3, 4, one more. Let's do 1 more, 5. Tie that off. Again, stroke it all back. And then go back over top of it, building a head. Nice predominant orange head. Nip off your piece, save that. Do your whip finish. I'll do a nice UV finish on this head using Gulf Thin Mint here. The reason is I want this head to be fairly stand out. So I will put a bunch in there. I'll use my bodkin and I'll bring it around the other side. This will just help that orange really pop, right? So. And then I will zippity zap it. I'm using 2 lights because I just don't have a spare battery right now, and the batteries are going low and they're not curing it very well, so just using 2. And it seems to be working for now. I'll have to go pick up some batteries tonight. There we go. There is the finished little beast, and that is it. That is your little fly there. It's a really good fly. I just let this one swing in the current, and obviously they'll take it as an egg more than anything, right? So that is the finished fly. I do this exact same fly in. Do I have it with me in this pink as well? Identical, except pink, 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 right? I just do the same thing, just use all pink colors. I do exactly the same fly. So I'll have both on hand, depending. I've tried a few where I've done orange and pink in the same fly. Doesn't seem to work. I don't know, it sounds kind of silly, but it doesn't look as natural. So I think the fish don't like it. So I'm just going to shove this through to make sure that's clear of that UV, and that's it. So hope you guys enjoyed that one. Like I said, there's a great salmon and steelhead and bull trout fly. I've done very well with it, especially for steelhead and for salmon. So hope you guys enjoyed that one. Tie lines, everyone.